Hello, welcome to News Roundup, where we bring you highlights and key stories from the past week. I'm Sherifat Ibrahim. First, our top headlines. President Tinubu unveils Emblem, assures continuous support for military personnel. Kogi State approves over 600 million for payment of WAEC fees. Libya to consider court of arbitration following CAF impositions. Now the news in details. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has launched the 2025 Armed Forces Remembrance Day Emblem at the Council Chamber of the Presidential Villa in Abuja. The event highlighted the government's commitment to honoring the sacrifices of military personnel, both past and present, who have served the nation with dedication. During the ceremony, President Tinubu expressed gratitude to the armed forces for their unwavering role as the country's first line of defense against external threats. He commended their efforts in ensuring national stability, noting that without their dedication, the administration's policies and economic reforms would be ineffective. President Tinubu reaffirmed his administration's commitment to supporting the armed forces and honoring the memories of those who paid the ultimate sacrifice. He emphasized that the government would continue to prioritize the welfare of service members to ensure sustained peace and progress in the nation. And Kogi State Government has announced the payment of 600 million naira as fees for the West African Examinations Council, WAEC, for 18,734 students in public secondary schools in the state. This was disclosed by the State Commissioner for Education, Wemi Jones, at a press briefing in Lokoja. Shamsuddin Saruki has the details.
The commissioner, who emphasized the government's commitment to promoting education and reducing the financial burden on parents, noted that the development is in line with the vision of the administration of Governor Ahmad Usman Ododo to enhance access to education for all students in Kogi State. He revealed that the initiative covers the registration fees for the 2024-2025 WAEC examinations for students in public secondary schools across the 21 local government areas of the state.
Upon the floating of the 2024/2025 school certificate examination by WAEC, we approached His Excellency the Governor with the request for us, in accordance to the existing law on free examination registration fees for Kogi State pupils and students in public primary and secondary schools, we requested for an approval for the payment of students in SS3 in public secondary schools across the length and breadth of Kogi State, totaling over 18,000. We requested for the payment of the WAEC fees, and I'm glad to announce that His Excellency gave expeditious approval.
He noted that the decision aligns with the state government's broader educational reforms aimed at addressing cases of out-of-school children and encouraging school enrollment in the state. The commissioner gave a stern warning to all school principals in the state who may want to deprive students from benefiting from the free education policy in the state to desist, adding that consequences of such actions will be severe.
And let me assure the principals that may decide to play foul again this year, that the severity of punishment that awaits any such principal this year will be very grave. Last year, because it was the first time, we punished them, albeit with a human face. But let me assure principals that may want to play foul, to run foul of the law, that we are waiting. Because as it is, we already have our number, because our numbers got automated along the line. We have our numbers, but we are waiting. We are still going to talk to the principals. We are still going to invite them, because we do not want to deny any child of this right that has been freely given by the government.
He reiterated that the state government will continue to prioritize the welfare of students and pupils in pursuit of the free education policy from primary to secondary schools in the state.
Kogi State Governor Ahmed Usman Ododo has reaffirmed his commitment to promoting cultural diversity in the state. Governor Ododo made this remark during the 2024 ERA Cultural Day celebration and the launch of 250 million naira fund for community development in ERA, Ijumo local government area. Rufai Aliu has the report.
Governor Ododo, who was a special guest of honor, represented by Kogi State Security Advisor, Commander Jerry Omoda, said culture and traditions foster peace and enhance community development. He urged the people of ERA to protect their community, preserve their culture and the rich resources available in their community, noting that peace and unity are essential for any society and its people to grow.
Sustainable development is crucial in our future, social, politically, and otherwise. As we cherish our cultures, we must also protect our environment and resources for generations to come. Let us advocate for practices that honor both our heritage and our planet, ensuring that economic growth does not come at the expense of our cultural and natural legacies. Cultural harmony is essential for a peaceful society. We must work together to create spaces where dialogue flourishes and differences are celebrated.
He urged the people to support efforts by the administration to secure lives and property and caution against arbitrary sale of lands to strangers without due diligence, stressing that the state government will revoke the title of any land sold to criminal elements in the community. The royal father of the day and the Olujumu of Ijumu Kingdom, His Royal Majesty Oba Williams Olusegun Ayeni, used the cultural day to encourage the people not to relent in contributing to the development of the community. Highlight of the 2024 ERA Cultural Day was display of local delicacies, games, and cultural performances by different communities in the area.
In a bid to strengthen the security architecture in the state, Kogi State Government has expressed readiness to roll out new interventions in the fight against insecurity in the state. This was disclosed by the State Security Advisor, Commander Jerry Omodara, retired, in an exclusive interview with Lugard TV in Lokoja. Rufai Aliu has more.
Commander Omodara noted that the security architecture in the state will include advanced technical deployments that will allow security agencies to anticipate potential risks and neutralize them because they constitute threats to lives and property in the state. He noted that the establishment of the forward operating base, Abejukolo, and the patrol base in Bagana, both in Omala local government area, have received heavy deployment of troops in a bid to address regional conflicts and combat crime, as well as improving mobility in remote areas of the state.
The clearance operations you are talking about started in the northwest, particularly Katsina, and recently Niger, Kaduna, and Zamfara. The more the security, the conventional securities are hitting them there, they look for escape route. And the next availability they will think about is North Central. And you know, the way we fought them, they've not been able to have a place here. The massive clearance operations, which is the operations of the military and banditry in the northeast in recent time, forced many of them to relocate to Kogi and Kwara. We now quickly went into defining how to clear them off. So we already have established neighborhood work, which through our hunters and vigilantes. So we involve them in the policing system process. 2, we have a wonderful synergy among security agencies, particularly the fighting force, talking about the army, talking about the navy, the Nigeria police, the DSS, the civil defense.
Omodara further reiterated the resolve of the state government to clamp down on indiscriminate sale of land to criminals in the state to counter the antics of criminal elements in the state. He says the state government will continue to work in synergy with neighboring states to combat crime in the state, stressing that collaboration remains key in the approach to combat insecurity in the country.
The people themselves don't know. They are selling land anyhow, selling their land to people that they don't even know their background. And the government is taking actions. The action is to make sure that you sell your land anyhow. From reports, you will soon see what will happen. Those that say the government will revoke those lands. Because you cannot just sell land. If the forefathers have sold those lands, where
Won't
were
be
those people
to
selling
stay,
it today?
yes.
Where would they have to those land? So security is not just what you see on the ground. The wisdom God have granted the governor, I think, is commendable for it that we are doing it well, and Kogi is releasing well. Just recently, the governor ensured that we convey meeting between our neighbors, Kwara, Ekiti, Ondo, Kogi, and even Oshun.
The state security advisor, who stressed the resolve of the state government to working closely with federal security agencies in combating insecurity, also noted that the Ododo administration will remain committed to securing lives and property of people in all parts of the state.
The news roundup is coming to you on Lugard TV. Do stay tuned. We'll be back shortly. Welcome back. Kogi State Government has received approval for the upgrade and revitalization of the Zaria-Gi airstrip to an international airport. The approval was conveyed in a letter by the Ministry of Aviation and Aerospace Development following the formal request by the Kogi State Government to build, upgrade and revitalize the Zaria-Gi airstrip to an international airport. The letter also highlighted key requirements to be met by the state government before constructions can begin. Hussaini Aliyah has the details.
Governor Ahmed Usman Ododo expressed confidence that the completion of the airport will advance his administration economic agenda, fostering connectivity with key economic hubs such as Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport in Abuja and the Warri Itape Abuja rail line. He underscored the importance of integrating ongoing road projects with the proposed airport to maximize the economic viability of the Zaria-Gi International Airport. The Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Hassanatai Ijibunu, who signed the letter on behalf of the minister, expressed the commitment of the federal government to collaborating with Kogi State Government to ensure successful completion of the airport project. With abundant agricultural potential and significant solid mineral deposits, the Zaria-Gi Airport will provide vital air transportation links to markets within and outside Nigeria.
Veteran journalist and TVC analyst Babajide Otitojo has commended the Kogi State Government for its investment in the development of media infrastructure in the state. Otitojo made this known when he visited the Government House Media Center, which housed Lugard TV, describing the facility as state-of-the-art, noting that substantial improvements have taken place since his last tour of the media center. He lauded Governor Ahmed Usman Ododo's administration, recognizing the importance of media engagement, emphasizing how facilities like Lugard TV can amplify the government's message and connect with diverse audience. Otitojo also applauded the efforts of the Special Advisor on Media, Ismaila Issa, expressing confidence that the media center will continue to thrive and deliver greater content that resonates with the people of Kogi State. And on sports, the Libyan Football Federation President Nasser Al-Souei has condemned the decision of the Confederation of African Football, CAF, to fine Libya $50,000 and award 3 points and 3 goals to Nigeria over a cancelled 2025 Africa Cup of Nations qualifier scheduled for October 15. He called the ruling unjust and malicious, alleging that the Nigeria Football Federation influenced the outcome. CAF imposed the fine after Libya was found guilty of violating tournament regulations by diverting Nigeria's flight and detaining the Super Eagles for 18 hours without food or water. The Libyan Football Association has been given 60 days to pay the fine. Al-Souei confirmed that the federation would file an appeal immediately and, if denied, would take the case to the Court of Arbitration for Sport to protect their interests. Meanwhile, Libya welcomed CAF's decision to lift the ban on hosting future home matches. The ruling leaves Nigeria leading Group D with 10 points, moving closer to AFCON qualification, while Libya remains last with just 1 point. And that is it on this week's episode of News Roundup. Until next week, I'm Sherifat Ibrahim. Thank you for staying with us.